Alrighty, what is going on, YouTube? We're back with a little bit of a different paced video. I know it's been a while since I've recorded a lift for YouTube, but today, I want to switch it up, and this is my last week of prep. So for most people that know me, I will be competing in 2027, but I've been working with my coach, who's been super amazing. I wouldn't trade him for the world. We've been working towards a modified prep. Like, obviously I'm not as cut down as I would be the week before the show. In theory, if I was competing Friday, that's how we're treating it, but I've been cutting enough to the point where we're happy with how I look, with how I've progressed, and now we're treating this week like peak week. And I wanted to take you guys along with the journey, maybe just talking it through and filming some other things. So it is Monday. Monday we drop the food to the lowest point. It'll be, I'm only eating 50 carbs today, which is very, very low, but I'm not mad at it. And we dropped the cardio. Normally I was doing about an hour and a half almost a cardio a day. Now we're down to 25 minutes. We're looking to get drier and fuller through these coming days to get into Friday if I were going to be on stage. So I'm super happy with how this prep has gone. Most of you know me, I went in to the end of last school year. I was in like the 180s almost, not looking like my best self. It was right after surgery. I had just come back from Tommy John. I had been lifting for about 2 months, but I still was like not looking the best. So we went into this cut to really shave off the fat, get pretty vascular and cut, and then start our growth, because you cannot grow properly if you're not cut before that. So super big thing for me. I'm really happy with how it's gone, and I think it's important for a lot of people to think about during prep. I'm sure it's mostly going to be my friends watching this and nobody who's actually going to go through prep, but I hope it reaches the right audience. Prep is only going to be as bad as you mentally make it. So everybody goes through different mental things, and I know that, but like, if you go into the attitude like, oh, prep's going to suck, this is going to suck, like, I love food more than the next guy, but it's like, you're going to have those temptations. I worked in a kitchen for all summer, and I had those moments where I broke down and snacked on a few things and really did myself in, but you have to hold yourself accountable and keep the end goal in mind, and that's really what it is. And finding a supportive community, right? Like, obviously my parents don't understand or care about bodybuilding, but they still stuck by me. They're still asking about when I was going to the gym. My mom was the best, helping with food, finding friends. My buddies obviously don't care about bodybuilding as much as I do, or even at all, but they're still like, I know they're caring, like poking me for it, like making fun of me a little bit, but still like checking in with me, make sure I'm doing it. Finding one person in your life who can support you. I was lucky enough to find that this summer. She asked how my workouts were, asked how I'm feeling with the food, asked like what I eat, making sure I'm getting those meals, helping me out when we were at work, just getting that food for me. And it's all just super helpful to have a community. And sometimes people aren't blessed with that community, and I think it's fun to also maybe do it yourself. In the beginning of the summer, I was kind of just walked in doing it myself, and nobody understood why I was going to the gym twice a day, while I was doing hours worth of cardio, while I was like not starving myself, but it felt like I was starving myself because I went from 3,700 calories a day, dropping incrementally, but those increments don't get any easier no matter where you start or where you end, because your body craves food, and if you're like me and a food junkie, you love food. But I'm gonna check back in with you guys after I do my cardio today. I do have my first day of classes. We got 2 classes today, so hopefully we can focus on being an academic weapon this semester as well. But I'm super happy to take you guys along with this journey for the next week to see how peak week goes. Alrighty, what's going on, everybody? Back here on Tuesday, day 2 of peak week. I forgot to film during yesterday's cardio, but it almost killed me. Just kidding, it didn't actually almost kill me, but I don't know how 25 minutes of cardio felt longer than the hour and 20 minutes I had been doing for about almost a month before that. Like, I don't understand what the hell happened to me, but I just was not doing well with the cardio yesterday. Like, I was out of breath the whole time. It felt like it took forever, but got through it. No problem there. Finished my regular dieting out for the night. We're here on Tuesday. I just did 25 more minutes of cardio, and that flew by and was like the easiest thing I've ever done, so I don't understand what the hell's going on, but glad we're back to it today. We're carving up a little bit more today. And meal number 5, which I will be recording as well. Finally going to have a burger and fries, which I haven't had months. It's been a good while since I had a burger and fries, so I'm excited to have that. But we're going to do a little physique check. I got to send an update to my coach as well, so let's go hit it. But yeah, prep has been awesome, and I'm happy with how things are progressing on day 2. I'm back at night for meal 5 with a long-awaited burger. I'm tired, I'm depleted, dehydrated for sure. I'm gonna drink up some water, but I do take the little moments in life, probably bigger than anybody else does, so I want to tell the story while I'm unpacking my burger. So I go to school in the city, right, Pittsburgh, and I walked down to the burger place. It's like in the city, anybody can go to it. It's not just for campus. And I order my burger, and I'm just like looking around the place, seeing if I know anybody, because I mean, it's still mainly kids I go to school with. And I see some dude sitting in the corner, big ass dude, like wide back, and he's super tanned. And I was like, oh, he kind of looks like a bodybuilder. So I was like, I'm just gonna approach him. I approach him, and I'm like, hey man, this might be a weird question, like if you don't mind me asking, are you a bodybuilder? And he was like, yeah, I'm competing tomorrow in NBC Nationals at the Sheraton downtown. And I was like, no shit, I'm gonna compete in 2027. Do you mind if I ask what division? He said men's physique, and like we just sat there and talked for a while. He was super motivational, telling me just to keep eating and keep pushing myself and training. And like, I was like, if that's not a sign, I don't know what is. That's not a sign to keep pushing myself and keep working harder towards this goal. There won't be many more of my face just like that. So take the small moments in life just to notice how beautiful things can be. But just enjoy this damn burger. Oh, it looks so good. Big old burger. Oh my gosh. There it is. Alright, YouTube. I'm gonna go enjoy this over TV like an iPad kid. I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning. We out. Alrighty, what's going on, everybody? It is last day of peak week, Thursday, and we're here. I forgot to film yesterday. Pretty sure yesterday. Yesterday went pretty well. Carved up a lot, and I don't think my body was ready for it. Two main symptoms, 3. The 3 main things I've been feeling this week that I haven't really felt all prep was shortness of breath. I've been out of breath more than I normally am working out and just like doing regular things. And I think that's just because of like the carb up, my body's trying to process a lot because we're trying to get ready for an end goal. Very out of breath, but that'll come back. I've been a little like, people call it like prep brain, fog brain. I've been a little like foggy on the remembering and the coming to and like the being there all mentally. But if you've talked to me, you know that's not too far from the normal. And I've been cold. I'm very cold. Like it's like 65 degrees and sunny, and I'm wearing a sweatshirt. So I've been a little chilly, but besides that, I've felt really, really, really good on this prep. I'm really proud of how far I've come. I've been eating well. You know, the mode, I was thinking about it today. Like, I know there's a bunch of corny quotes out there about it, but just thinking about it for me, it's like the the motivation will come and go. You'll be motivated some days, you won't others, but the discipline can't go. Like, you still have to stay disciplined throughout the whole process. You still have to be locked in. You still have to, like, be with it the whole time and, like, stick to a plan. And I think that's where a lot of people get nipped in the butt, or, like, where people give up because they're not ready to stay disciplined when the motivation goes away, when you're not really motivated to anymore. So that's where champions are made, and that's where people really come through. But we're going to see how the physique looks today. I just hit back. I did chest, side delt, and tricep yesterday. I mean, obviously tomorrow's supposed to be the show day, but I'm still going to lift. But, I'm just super excited to see the end result and super excited to eat some normal food. I mean, that's what you do, right? You hold yourself accountable so you can have a good day. So, yeah, I appreciate everybody following along. And all right, everybody, it's Sunday after peak week. Supposed to compete on Friday, hypothetically, if I actually was. But a little recap, I think it was like Tuesday, I weighed 162, so that was the lightest I've been since senior year of high school, which is a weird thought to think, like, two full years ago is the latest I've been. I fluctuated weight a little bit, but yeah, I'm super proud of where I was and where I finished off. Like, I looked at pictures from April and May, and just looking at how I looked compared to now, like, it's a lot of mental preparation. I did, like, definitely have a little trouble sleeping some nights, just with, like, hunger and questioning why I was doing certain things, but super glad I had the determination and, like, mental preparation to stick through the whole thing. And I feel like I'm just setting myself up well for life. But yeah, so now the plan is to reverse diet. So go, like, we did the 4 months back down to, like, slim down. Now we're gonna do a 4-month easy ramp up as to not add body fat, just to add muscle, like high protein, super healthy, not like bulking to bulk, bulking with a purpose is how I'm gonna think about it. But I'm super excited to get to, like, this new bulking with a purpose, because I can go through almost a full year and, like, 3 months before I need to cut again. So it's super hype. I'm gonna be able to look super good and be proud of, like, the things I need to work on. I've already started writing down a full list of things I need to work on. I started back in July. I think it's July 31st I actually started it. But, like, I know things I need to work on, because if I don't go into the gym every day with, like, a certain idea of things I want to work on, then I probably won't have the best workout. So I'm super excited to just grow and keep you guys updated with the journey. But I know probably nobody watched this because it's not actually me lifting. It's just me kind of talking and going through a full peak week, but I think it's important for someone else like me, because these are the videos I look for. I watch a lot of Von Walker stuff, and I mean, he's not even lifting the whole time. He's more just like talking about how he approached his prep and how he trains, and I translate a lot of that shit back into the gym, or even like the beginning of Chris's videos. Sometimes even the shit that Trent Twin says will stick, but they're kind of, meatheads, but it's entertaining. But yeah, I appreciate anybody watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.